Let's see here. How we looking? All right, bro. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this, man.
All right, let's do this. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of the 2021 NFL Mock Draft. My name is Juan Rodriguez. People usually call me JR, good old JR. And if you cannot tell right now, it is the man himself, the co-host of the Silver and Bro Show. There he is, flexing to the world. His name is Join. If you did not catch us, we do a show together on YouTube called the Silver and Bro Show, where we talk all Raiders every week, everything. So he was gracious enough to join us today. So what's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Just trying to hang in there, trying to keep the nerves down for the upcoming draft. You know how we do it, man. Super excited.
Yeah, oh yeah, super excited. So yeah, if you haven't seen us before, you can check us out on the same YouTube channel. We do a Raider show every week during the regular season, whenever they do play. And last year was our first season, so we're getting ready for season 2, obviously. And next year should be even better now that hopefully this whole COVID thing kind of calms down, and we're actually going to be not that far apart to see each other. So, we're going to be living in the same area now. So we should be able to do face to face instead of this whole, what we're doing right now. But times are tough right now and it's understandable. But from what I hear, everything's getting back to normal. So that's good to know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, man, no problem if you want me to show up or whatever. Just make sure it's in your budget because I charge pretty hefty, brother.
Yeah, I know. You're not a cheap man. I know you're not.
Time is money.
Yeah,
The clock is ticking.
yeah, I guess. Even for dumb opinions, I guess it's money.
Hey, fans out there like my opinions. What the hell? There was a fan that even subscribed to my Facebook last year. That was pretty cool. I got one. That's
Hey, you got one.
Nothing.
Hey,
one is one, dude.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere, my guy. I think my opinions are just fine.
All right, so let's do this. As you know, this is how it goes. There's 4 sections to the show. We are going to recap the 2020 draft class. We're also going to recap the season. I know that's something that you do not want to do, but that's how the show goes. Then we're going to talk about free agency, and then we're just going to reveal who we think the Raiders should take in the first round. So here we go. Let's recap this. I don't know. Give me a word for the 2020 draft class. Just give me one word. How would you describe it?
Probably dumpster fire, man. Just I don't know. I kind of feel like Mike Mayock might have been thrown out the room, and it was like John Gruden was just probably like, "Hey, I got this, man. Let me take care of this." And honestly, man, I just dumpster fire for me, man. It was just you hope the kids are gonna turn out good because they all got potential. But from the stuff I'm seeing, man, it's just it's alarming, dude, to say the least.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. This year was pretty rough. Obviously, the Raiders took the first wide receiver in the draft class, and they took Henry Ruggs, the wide receiver out of Alabama. That one was shocking, I guess, to kind of say the least.
Man.
Like,
how many times did we say throughout the season why couldn't you just go with a safe pick? I mean, CeeDee Lamb was there. I honestly, I just always go back to CeeDee Lamb, not because I personally had him on my board, but he was a safe pick, man. He had it all. He had all the tools to be like at least, a decent wide receiver in the league. And then instead you go with the speedy wide receiver, the gadget player, like you like to call him, Henry Ruggs. And well, you're getting what you're getting now. It's just no production, man. It's just not there, man. Not there.
Yeah. A lot of Alabama fans actually came at me last year when I did the first season of this show, where I don't think I even had Henry Ruggs in the first round at all. And people from Alabama were really getting on my case. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's going to, whoever he goes to, he's going to be that number 1 right away. And then now I'm hearing, oh, well, he went to the Raiders. It's like, no. You can't backtrack what you said now. You said he was going to be number 1 no matter where he went. He's anything but that.
I
Anything.
wonder. I wonder, bro. Is there any merit to that? I mean, really, if you just sit back and really think about it, if he gets drafted to the Seahawks, he's got Russell Wilson throwing him the ball. Who's to say? Who's to know? But at the end of the day, I don't know if our scheme is just not fitting them or whatever. But obviously, it's not working.
Yeah, a lot of people, and I did mention this a lot last year. I don't feel comfortable taking Ruggs at 12 only due to the fact that I get it. Alabama knows how to recruit. There's a lot of talent at Alabama. That's not a secret.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, okay, you have all this talent and you have a lot of one-on-one matchups or they're going to double somebody and you're going to get one-on-one matchups. I get it. But you're telling me the best year you've ever had was 48 receptions? Yeah. And that was, when Calvin Ridley, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, all those guys were there, Jerry Jeudy. And you're telling me the best you can do was 48 receptions for being the speedster of the team? Yeah.
Dude, look.
I literally went out there and said, if Henry Ruggs was there in the fourth, I would take a chance. Not in the first. I would pass. If he's there in the fourth round, yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah. Take a chance on him. Not in the first. Absolutely not in the first.
Look, bro, here's the deal. We could sit all segment here and talk about Henry Ruggs the third, but it's just not going to happen. Here's the deal. I'm hoping, I'm sure like all Raider Nation is, it was just a rookie season, trying to get acclimated, COVID year, all that stuff, and we could use them next year. That's what we're all hoping for, but at the end of the day, from what everybody's seen, what me and you have seen, it's gonna be it's gonna be tough for that kid to get acclimated. That's just from what I see. It also could be that you gave him bad luck because I don't know if you videotaped your reaction, but I was there personally, and I remember as Roger Goodell was about to give the name, you stood up, actually turned around, did not even want to see the TV. And all I heard was anybody but Ruggs. Anybody but Ruggs. And what did he say? Henry Ruggs. And golly, yeah, you were livid. I remember that vividly, man.
Yeah, I just, cool, it was one of those things like, all right, well, he's with us now. No, we can't go back now. We drafted him.
Did you know something? I mean, for you to say that right before the pick comes in, I mean, did you have a source or? I mean, why would you say that right before the pick? I mean, you knew something or?
Yeah, he's not worth a first-round pick.
No, I know that, but how did you know that the Raiders were going to take him? Nobody had it. No, I mean, there was a couple boards, but not enough for you know what I mean?
The reason I did catch a hunch, there was a little hunch on me because, okay, put it this way. Let's say any other year, the wide receiver was a need, right? And let's say in this draft board, there was John Ross, and then there was, I don't know, DeAndre Hopkins. All right, what do you do in that case? You're going to take DeAndre Hopkins, right?
Of course.
Okay. I got a hunch because my thinking was, well, wait a minute. We don't need a CeeDee Lamb. We got a CeeDee Lamb. His name is Tyrell Williams. And wait a minute. We don't need a Jerry Jeudy. We got him. His name is Hunter Renfrow. So what the fuck are we missing? And that's when it clicked. The draft, I was like, oh my God, they might take Ruggs at and I told a few of my friends, I'm like, guys, there's a real possibility we might take Ruggs at 12. And they was just kind of thinking like, hey man, like, oh shit, here we go. This is Chucky, gonna be Chucky. And sure enough, here he is. Henry Ruggs there he is.
Well, let's just hope for the best, man. Hopefully it was just a rookie season, shaking off the rust, whatever, and hopefully next year it works out, but it's going to be tough. Next. Yeah.
All right, Damon Arnett at number 19. That one, look, I ain't going to lie. I liked Damon, but not in the first round. I thought second, maybe early third, Yeah. He's a good corner. I was like, damn, he either interviewed really freaking well and he killed his pro day. So it's like, damn, maybe that kind of boost his stock a little bit. But I'm like, I didn't think it was going to boost him from early second to, you know, mid first round, I was like, well, damn, how good did this kid do his interviews?
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. He never touched my board. I personally think he's a little bit more entertained with being a rapper, Netway, if that's what you want to call it.
Oh, shit.
And dude, you know, I'm not gonna out him. Is you know he's into that in the off season. Cool. Everybody could have another, you know, a hobby. That's great, man. You know what I mean? But I mean, really smoking the vape pen all over Instagram and all that. I mean, that's not what you want to see from your first rounder, dude. Again, he could show me wrong. He could go out there and ball out next year, but again, I just don't see it happening. I'll leave it at that, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, he did touch my board, but that was only if we traded back into the second. And if he was there, it's like, all right, I think he'd be a good steal in the second round.
Cool.
I thought, but yeah, I didn't. I think I've only had him like once, but it's like, that's if we only trade back into the second, and that was pretty much it. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't think that was a bad pick. It was just for me too early. That's what it was. It was just too early. That's all. Just too early. Now,
yeah, even as a second rounder, I'm sorry, really quick, just let me throw that in there. I want to go to the next guys. I don't want to waste a lot of time on the rapper, but I'll give you this much, dude. Here's the deal. Even as a second rounder, bro, even as a third rounder, you want the production, you want the role model. You know what I mean? And just just seeing the way he acts on Instagram and all that stuff. I mean, people have proved me wrong. Like Mullen, he was doing that stuff too, posing in front of the cars, doing the Instagram stuff. That's great, and he's becoming a great player. But you could just tell with Arnett, man, there's just something up there that he's just like, hey, you know, maybe if I make it as a rap star, he could be one of the Migos or something, be the fourth member of Migos. I really don't know.
Damn.
I'm just saying, dude, just, you know, I want to see him ball out, but on the field, dude, you know, just do it on the field, man.
I understand. It is frustrating, but to me, it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, well, out of the two, I like the Arnett pick better than the Henry Ruggs pick.
I got a better question for you. Is he a better rapper or a better corner? Be honest.
I think he's a better corner than rapper.
Really? The rappy was pretty good. I checked out the video. I'm not
okay. He's not the next Busy Mark, but he's okay. Yeah, he all right. He all right. Like the next guy, really, all I have to say is the name. Lynn Bowden didn't make it out of camp. Got traded to Miami for whatever reasons. Didn't work out. Next guy. I wish him the best in Miami, though. All right.
Great. Yeah, like I kept an eye out. I heard he did pretty well last year. I'm good. Next.
Brian Edwards, the wide receiver out of South Carolina. Now, he did have that amazing catch at the season finale against Denver, the one that Derek threw to him at the corner end zone and everything. Hopefully that's a sign of, hey, Raider Nation, this is what you can expect from me week in and week out. Just tough, contested catches. And for being 6'3", I hope he can make those tough, contested catches.
For sure, man. The kid's got all the intangibles, height, weight, speed. He's going to be one of those type of cats. And to tell you the truth, man, honestly, I'm really excited to see what he's got for year two, dude. Really. And you know, I'll go out on a limb and say probably the best pick we had in the draft, you know, for me.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I mean,
value, everything, you know.
Yeah. Now the next guy, it's kind of unfortunate. Tanner Muse, I was actually excited to see what he can bring.
Me too.
And it's just unfortunate. He broke his toe, sat him out for the rest of the year, and they're just like, hey, we're just going to redshirt you. From what I heard in the beginning of camp, he was getting kind of a little bit killed, but then he picked it up at the end. And it was just a shame that it's like, oh, well, you broke your toe. I mean, and you know, when you break ligaments like that, they're not an easy fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully he looks healthy now. We're seeing him lift weights. So the toe's good. Let's see with the new finally he can finally get preseason in, training camp in, and hopefully just kind of get acclimated and everything, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Now the next guy, John Simpson, he did have to do whenever he did substitute, whether it was for Gabe Jackson or Richie Incognito. He looked solid. I
It
mean,
was good,
yeah,
though.
there
Yeah.
was times where he's a kid. He did get pushed around, but there was times he looked pretty solid in the run game, and it's like, all right, there's
Something to
talent there.
work with. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, there's
definitely something to work with, man. Yeah, for sure. Especially with all the O line issues that we had last year, we had to plug him in a couple times and various others, man. And that's great. Again, another person that you just want to see work on year two, and hopefully they can come in
oh
and
yeah,
show what they got, man. For sure.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last pick, it was a very short draft class. I mean, very short. We didn't have that many picks last year. Amik
Well, you
Robinson.
you, you could blame John Gruden and Mayock for that, man, because all their trades, they literally just kept going up and not getting any value for them.
Yeah, they just kept going, and I think what people have to expect now from Mayock is like, look, we're gonna trade down, but we're not gonna get anything in return.
Pretty much.
That's I think he's already shown his cards in 2 drafts where it's he doesn't have that dealer's mentality. He
Not
does
at
not.
all.
Yeah,
Not at
so
all.
that
He's gonna get taken advantage of, and that's pretty much what his game is, dude. So it is what it is.
last pick, Amik Robinson. Um,
My boy.
kind of a up and down type of deal. There's
My boy.
time. Yeah, you're a
You're gonna
guy.
give me that one, right? He was on my board. You know
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
he was on your board. So Amik, if you ever watch this, my brother believes in you. He
Yeah.
believes in you because I
Scouted
did not
him.
one more
Everything out of Louisiana State.
Louisiana.
Great corner. Yeah, really, really excited to see that guy. Year two, man. He hit my board. I didn't nail it right on the head. I think he went in the fifth, sixth,
Well,
and I had him in the fifth.
well, he went in the fourth, but you had him as
In
your
the fifth. I had him in the fifth.
yeah,
Had
you
him
had
in
him
the
in
fifth round.
Yeah, you had him in the fifth,
Right.
but I mean, they took him in the fourth, the very last pick that we had, and then that
Yeah.
was it. But as far as Amik goes, it's like, look, man, I remember the first game, he got torched really, really bad that he gave up the touchdown, and then
it wasn't even his first game, bro. I'm sorry, I got to jump in there. It wasn't even his first game. It was his first play. First play. Hey, dude, all I remember is just like, oh my god, my guy, just what are you doing? I thought they had I thought he was maybe playing linebacker. You're like supposed to be out there, but dude, it was the first play of the game, dude. His game, wow.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a couple times pass deflections, and he was keeping up with the guys. So
yeah,
again, I'm not gonna say that this draft class was the best. I'm not gonna say that it was great or it was the worst. It was just one of those things where it's like, okay, this draft class is a development class. Some are gonna make it, and some are not. That's the class that we got. And 3 years from now, some of these guys might not even be in the league anymore. That's just the way it is. So I think it's not like the 2019 draft class. That was a good draft class. That one was good. Jacobs, Renfro, Abram, just Max Crosby, just a bunch of guys where it's like, hey man, these guys started, rookies, contributed, making our team better. This is a development draft where it's like, hey, some of you guys are going to get it, and some of you we're going to just brush on by. Business as usual,
Got it. Yep, for sure, man. That's what I see happening too. It's just, if I could be pretty blunt about it, I'll probably go with the Meek and Brian Edwards. I would say probably they're the only ones that are going to be there. Because I'm projecting a big season for a Meek, especially with God, I can't even remember his name. That's how bad he was. We spent all that money on him. The guy from the Rams.
Oh, LaMarcus Joyner.
LaMarcus Joyner. Golly. Get that kid's out of here. Now Meek it's his time to shine, man. That's his position to win.
Of course. So, well, that was the draft class. A lot of high hopes because we finished 7-9, and there's a lot of high hopes because finally, for the first time, everybody's healthy, everybody's ready to go. We were kind of excited to see, like, all right, let's see how we do. So, first game, Carolina. 3 plays in, Trent Brown goes down. 3 plays. The first drive, and Trent Brown goes down, and we never saw him again. That was kind of it.
Well, he said it himself, dude. He likes to be in where New England, whatever. I'm not even gonna go there, dude. Whatever. Let him go to New England. Have fun, buddy.
Yeah. And then, week 2, Richie Incognito goes down. That one was kind of like, ugh.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one
Richie does want to be there, and Richie was showing a promise over there at that guard spot. We're supposed to have the best O line in the league, and they're dropping like flies. Yep.
yeah, but through it all, you would think with those injuries and everything, you would think, oh man, we're about to get decimated. Totally the opposite. The O-line was like our shining point of, I would say, what was an abysmal season. Because Tom Cable did his thing again. That was our coach of the year. Tom Cable did everything. I mean, what you could ask him to do. At one point, he had to start Sam Young and Brandon Parker at tackles, and they beat the Chargers. I mean, come on. Like, what more? Tom Cable, it did his dues. After the first year, everybody wanted him gone. I'm glad he stuck around, and now it looks like, hey, this guy is actually the only positive, one of the positive spots heading into next year is Tom Cable being our O-line coach, which is great.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. Tom Cable, he really did his thing, man. I mean, for him being able to coach up a guy like Brandon Parker, that after year one, everybody just giving up on the kid. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not the best tackle in the league right now, but man, we're getting at least a little bit of production out of him. And again, tribute to Tom Cable, man, plugging in Denzel Good. I mean, look at the season Denzel Good had. He was playing left, right, guard, played a little bit of right tackle. You name it, man. I mean, that was amazing, And look at what happened. They gave him a contract, and he's a Raider again,
Yeah, which is great, which is
Yeah,
really great because
yeah,
you need versatile linemen, and to have Denzel Good back, hey, thank God, thank
yeah.
God we found somebody,
Yes, sir.
under the radar, and he didn't cost a lot, and he's a great player.
Yep.
So all victories for us there. So
Yes, sir.
it's kind of weird. It's kind of funny now to look back on it that the Raiders were 6-3 at one point of the season, and they were looking like, oh my God, they could finally make the playoffs. Well, they ended up finishing 8-8. And in between there was a lot of weird turns. The blowout against Atlanta, the Hail Mary against the
Jets.
Jets. That one was kind of like, okay, that was kind of weird. I think the one everybody kind of has fresh in their memory though was that Thursday nighter against the Chargers. Because I remember vividly what I was doing. I was actually not even watching it full because I was working on an article.
Right.
And I was just going back and forth. And after the first couple drives, the way the Chargers were looking and the way the offense was looking, I was like, well, that's enough of that. Let me just focus on the article and everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I think somewhere like 20 minutes or 10 minutes after that happened, I said that. I changed the channel. I was actually watching. You know what I was actually doing? I was actually watching Wheel of Fortune, I think, at that time.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I was actually watching Wheel of Fortune because the first 2 drives they were just like, oh well, that's kind of it. Like, it's not looking good. So I've seen this story 100 times. I'm good. Let's watch Wheel of Fortune. Let me work on my article here. The World Series, baseball playoffs were about to start. I think at that point I was writing about the Dodger World Series. That World Series. I was like, all right, let's see how this matchup is. Let me just write this article real quick, and then you told me, hey, change the
Cars
channel.
down.
I'm like, why? Cars down, and I'm like, ooh, well, I don't want to change the channel to see a man injured, but if that means we get to finally see Marcus Mariota, all right, sure, why not? Change the channel, and I stayed on there. I think
Mariota lit it up, dude.
And I think I even put like my laptop and articles like to the side, and I was just like, whoa, like Marcus Mariota did his thing. I mean, he really did his thing. I mean, it sucked because I was already under the impression when they came back with the injury report and when they said Derek Carr has a groin injury, I'm like, oh, you're done. You're done for the season at least. And even if we make the playoffs, I'm not so sure you could even make it back in time for then. Because, groins, they're aggravating. They're aggravating because there's a timetable, but there's really no timetable. It's one of those injuries where it really has to heal
It
on itself.
lingers. Yeah, of
And
course.
I'm thinking, well, shit, the way Marcus is playing, let's give him the reins the rest of the fucking season. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
he looked good. I mean, granted, the Chargers had no film on him other than the previous years of Tennessee. But from what I saw, just joining the team, riding the pine for about 13 weeks, and you come out and you do that, yeah, that interception was costly, and there was a couple times he missed his mark, but for the majority of the part, I thought he did good. I'm like,
He
well,
showed he showed a lot of heart, dude. All right. Here's the deal. Um, you're on the bench. You're you know what I mean. You're trying to put film out there for a team because obviously he wants to be a starter, dude. He's a former first round pick, if I remember correctly, second overall, just behind Jameis Winston. So
yeah,
here's the deal, man. You know what I mean? Tennessee, it didn't work out, whatever. And you know, I don't know what's gonna happen with him and the Raiders. He obviously took a pay cut, but yeah, going back to that game, dude, he played with a lot of heart, dude, and changed a lot of people's mind about who should actually be playing quarterback for the Vegas Raiders. So
if I could be honest, at that point when I heard groin, I'm like, all right, you have to start Marcus the rest of because you have to at least if you're gonna pay him, like you said, this was before he redid his contract and everything. If you're gonna pay him all that money, you at least have to see what he's got when there's at least game film of him now this year. You
for
have
sure.
to see what he's got now.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was the highest paid
backup. Yeah.
backup quarterback from what I remember. Yeah. That's right.
So at that point, I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, you gotta play him now. You have because with the groin injury, my thinking was groin injury. That's gonna take a while. Play him now. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, oh well, we were losing anyway. Like at that point, it was like whatever, man. It's just what it is,
Yeah.
But Carr came back, and it's like I was just like, well, okay, but you can play him, but it's like, don't you want to see what you at least got? But it's like, all right, Chucky, you know what you're doing, so go ahead. So that was kind of the year, and they finished 8-8. They beat the Broncos the final game of the season. They finished 8-8. Just a lot of bad juju and just weird ups and downs from the blowout against Atlanta to the Hail Mary against the Jets to the defense giving up the final 3 points in 19 seconds against Miami to the Raiders getting that 2-point conversion against the Broncos. Like I said, just a lot of ups and downs. So it happened, and then it is what it is. Season's over. We go into free agency, and this was a weird one. This was probably a weird free agency to say the least. They traded Hudson, they traded Gabe, and they traded Trent Brown. Now I get it. It probably would have been easier to cut them and save the money. But if there was teams calling for draft picks, when all you would have gotten is just more cap room. Now you're getting draft picks and cap room. Look, I'm gonna miss those guys, but we weren't winning anyway. So why not get them at the best value at we as much as we can?
Well, dude, from what I was hearing when reports started coming out that they were just gonna outright just cut him, and thank God, the next day, they probably were just like, hey, well, they got value. At least we got something for them. They don't want to be there anyways. I think maybe Gabe did, but he was probably over it too.
I think everybody was kind of over it. Hudson, Gabe, and I think Trent. Obviously, Trent was over it.
Yeah, Trent
was over it after year one. Gabe, I think he wanted it to work, but it's just like I'm kind of I want a new start too. And his first press conference, he even kind of said it himself. I just wanted to go to an organization that wins because my playing time is short. And okay, he went to Seattle. Good luck to him. Nothing bad. And then Hudson, I get it. One of the best centers in the league, but we're really not winning with the best center in the league. So let's get something for him. And for Arizona to give us a third rounder, cool. All right.
Yeah, we'll take it. We will
Yeah,
take it, man.
good luck to them too. Like, good luck to all those guys. It's just when we're paying them top dollar to be the best offensive line, and efficiency wise, they were 13th overall. It's kind of start to save some money and just try to rebuild at that point.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. And to tell you the truth, honestly, I think with the draft coming up and some of the free agents, some of the old guys, some of our own guys that we actually ended up keeping. Again, going back to Denzel Good, maybe giving a little upgrade to Brandon Parker. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that happened in the offseason that I'm sure we'll be talking about right now. But I think offensively we'll be okay, O-line wise at least.
Yeah, and look, it was no secret they were top 10 in offense, which was good. I mean, you're one of the top 10 offenses in the NFL. But what killed it was that defense. And again, I think we've been saying this for many years now. It's like no constant pressure on the QB. There's no leader in the defense. There's no this. There's no that. But
no accountability, no heart.
Exactly.
But I could go on and on.
Yep, we can go on and on. So I mean, literally, free agency. Depending on who you talk to, it was either the best free agency we've ever had, or it was the worst free agency that we ever had. We lose Aguilar. That one kind of stung.
Not at that price, it didn't. I'm fine with it. I wasn't gonna pay him $13 million a year.
New England was. Devontae Booker. Now Devontae Booker, that sucked. That sucked.
He was okay.
Takkarist McKinley, I guess it just didn't work out. Went to the Browns. Tyrell Williams being hurt 2 years in a row. And it's like, hey, look, man, we got to move on. It's business. He's now in Detroit. LaMarcus Joyner didn't work out here. He's now a Jet. Eric Harris, great story. He's now a Falcon. Raekwon McMillan, he's now a Patriot as well. And as we said, we traded for Hudson, or we traded away Hudson, Jackson, and Trent. So that was kind of our losses. Now, when we look at our gains, Gus Bradley coming in, he made a big emphasis on what he wants to build first. He wants to build that front four. I mean, his press conference was, look, you can have all the talent in the world in the secondary. You can have all the talent in the world at your linebacking core. But if that front four ain't doing anything, then you're never going to succeed in the NFL, ever. And he made a huge emphasis on all of that. Signing the Raiders, they got Yannick Ngakoue, the defensive end from Baltimore. Solomon Thomas, former first-rounder from the 49ers. Quentin Jefferson, longtime veteran of the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. They also got Matt Dickerson from the Titans, a good, solid depth player. And then, Carl Joseph is back. Who knew? Who knew? He came back. He's back. So now there's your safety tandem, Abram and Joseph. Okay, perfect. We're not out of the woods yet as far as secondary, but it's a start. It's a start.
Yeah, for sure, man. Obviously, with everything that's going on, defense is going to be on everybody's mind. That's what they were looking for. I think there's still holes to fill, but I'm sure we'll be talking about that in a minute.
Oh, yeah. And look, really, the only offensive players where everybody was kind of like, well, we've got too much. I'm like, really? Did we really? Kenyon Drake, good backup. That's going to be a good 1-2 combo between him and Jacobs. John Brown, I mean, look, he's a shifty wide receiver. He's a good wide receiver. I mean, it all depends on how you use him, and we'll see if it works out,
Right.
Nick Martin, the center from Houston, he's going to battle Andre James at training camp because somebody has to start at center now. So it's like, all right, well, somebody's a new center. So who's it going to be? I hear they're really high on Andre, but I think they brought in Nick Martin as an insurance just in case,
to push him in training camp, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. Which is fine. So,
yeah.
And then Willie Snead, the wide receiver from Baltimore.
Yeah.
He's coming now. So really, when you really look at it, did our offensive line change? Not really. I mean, really looking at it, what did it really change? The right side. But when you look at it in retrospective, Colton Miller, who's now becoming a staple at left tackle for us, Richie's coming back. You're gonna have two centers that are gonna battle it out. And then you have a plethora of guards, and maybe you can move one of these guys, Nick Martin or Andre James, to guard, and then you still got John Simpson, and then at right tackle you got Denzel Good, which you could put him anywhere anyway. So
Right.
really, in retrospective, did our offensive line take a hit? Not really. Maybe by name we took a hit, but efficiency, I don't think it's just that bad.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, bro. I got family over here.
Okay. Hold on, guys. He's got a little doggy, so he's gonna take care of his thing real quick.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. Yeah. As far as the whole line goes, dude, they got a lot of players on depth right there and everything. You know, like we talked about John Simpson. You also got that Denzel Good, Brandon Parker was coming up. So yeah, man. As far as the whole line, just like you said, dude, we'll leave it at this. They were paid really, really well to do what they were supposed to do, and they were ranked 13, bro. What else needs to be said? There was obviously a problem, and they were getting paid way too much, man. So we're good. I'm okay, especially to tell you the truth. The main guy there was Tom Cable. If you really think about it, you know what I mean. He was the one that put it all together, so he'll be all right.
Tom really did his thing from developing Colton Miller, where everybody wanted to write him off after 1 year, making Brandon Parker a decent depth player, to reestablishing Denzel Good, to helping Andre James, and Richie's the big factor in this. Him trusting in Tom to come and teach again. So really, you're right. Tom Cable is the butter and the bread and butter of that whole line. He's the teacher. He's the mastermind of, hey, I know you're good here, but I'm going to put you here, and then just trust me. If you follow my steps, you're going to be just fine.
He's the cream of the crop, man. The cream always rises to the top, my man.
Exactly. And
I had to throw that in. It's WrestleMania today, bro. I had to throw that in.
Yeah, I know. So really, in a sense, if I could just say one word about the 2020 draft, which was the first year in Nevada, first year in Las Vegas, first year in that stadium, all I can say was promising, but a lot of untapped potential to be seen. Because we see it. The talent is there. It's just you have to hit the talent. These guys have to hit on their mark. You know what I mean? Like everywhere. I'm talking from ownership to the janitor. It's like, hey, you all got to hit the mark right on the money, man. In order for this to work, and Max Crosby said it best, when we're all at our best, we can beat anybody. I mean, look, They beat Kansas City at Kansas City. Okay, that's great. But I need to see that 17 weeks in a row. I need to see that shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I need to see it.
Yeah, of course. Everybody can talk, dude. We all got mouths to talk, but they got to be able to back it up, dude. Just because they beat KC didn't mean anything. They still, ended up, crap in the bed, like you like to say, at the end of the season. So what was it all for? It was all for naught. Didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, the only positive was that they did improve one win from last year, 7-9, 8-8. Hopefully this year they can kind of expand their wins a little bit. So
for sure. Come on, man. Let's get to our number one picks. I'm excited. Let's do this.
All right, bro. So here we go.
Hey, hold on. Is Carla gonna do the bell? Are we doing the ESPN bell this year?
All right. Oh yeah, absolutely. So here you go, bro. Right. Wait for the bell, and then here we go. Hit it. Ready. Hit that.
Who's going first? You or me?
All right, Joel. Roger Goodell's at the podium. What name is he calling out at pick 17?
All right, here we go. In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders, with pick 17 in the first round, select Tevin Jenkins, Oklahoma State offensive tackle.
All right.
You got to go with them, dude. The dude's a beast, man. 6'6", 320. He's got it all. He's got the legs. He's got the height. He's got the weight. He's got the speed. He's got an ugly streak, which we freaking need. Man, I'm excited. If we could take that kid at 17, that'd be awesome.
Oh no, he's Yeah, he's I don't know what it is about him, but it always feels like he feels disrespected in a way that he's just mean. Like, dude, like, hey, my guy, it's just a game. Like, calm down. But
Hey,
nah,
dude,
he's
think about
gonna.
it. Think about it. You get him in the first round. You're able to plug him in right away. Take away that right tackle position. He's played left. He's played right. I think you could plug him in
I,
right away at 17, dude. Why not?
I think he's more suited at right tackle at this point. He's got the strength, but I just see him more as a right tackle. But you're right, he's done both. So I mean, versatility. We talk about it all the time. It's a real thing in the NFL.
Well, yeah, dude. Well, of course he's gonna play right. He's not gonna play left, dude. I mean, come on. You got the Golden Bruin over there with this brand new contract.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With this brand new contract, that was a sweet contract that they gave him. Like, oh,
Yeah, it was. I think if I'm not mistaken, he's top 5 paid now in the league at
yeah.
tackles.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
dude, well deserved, my guy. Much respect to him. Well
I,
deserved.
they didn't even wait for the fifth year option. They're just like, hey, you want it or not?
There you go. Yes, sir.
Like, but nah, he got his money and it's all good. Yeah, I like that pick. I really do. Especially with the way it's looking that Sewell, he's gonna go early. Slater
Yeah.
might look early. Darisaw, he might be there, but it sounds like he might be taken before us. And so yeah, Tevin Jenkins, yeah, that'll be from Oklahoma State. That dude can play.
Yeah,
That dude
for
can
sure.
play. Oh yeah.
If
And
he's there and we take him, I'd be happy. I'd be okay. For once in my life, I'd be happy with the
yeah,
first overall pick.
that'd be the first time I think I would see you happy that we took a first rounder.
Well, go
So,
ahead, man. What everybody's been waiting for. I
all
know
right.
everybody tunes in for the other teams and everything, but we're all here tonight to see this one. Let's go, my man. Light it up.
All right, man. So here we go. So we talked about it and we mentioned it. They're already good on offense. I think Tom Cable's already done an amazing job with that line. I think Gruden, he's going to come up with some more plays, especially now with the little free agents that he did bring in with Drake, Brown, and everything. So again, we were ranked 30th in defense. You can't buy a defense. You need to build a defense. Ask
Facts.
Tampa Bay, ask Seattle, ask the 2002 Bucks, ask the Baltimore Ravens. You can't buy a defense. You got to build a defense. And I think the building starts with this pick. So here we go.
Let's
With
go,
the
man.
with the 17th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Zavane Collins, linebacker, Tulsa. That's right. This is my guy. This is my guy right here. Because
I love
obviously,
the pick. I love
I,
the pick, man. The only thing is that I was kind of, I was really looking at like round 2 material. But hey, I love the pick. The kid's great, man. Height, weight, speed. Very
okay.
good instincts, good visual. I see those picks and everything, all that. Yeah, linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not every day you're going to have a linebacker that's going to grow with this intangible. 6'5", 260. There's not a lot of linebackers out there like that. So that's number one. He won the Lombardi Award, the Bronco Nagurski Award, Chuck Bednarik Award, Defensive Player of the Year for his conference, unanimous All American in 2020, first team in 2020, and second team in 2019. This kid is everything you need on a linebacker. Good sideline to sideline agility, great vision, can drop back in coverage. And Gus Bradley said it himself, you need rushers. This guy is a Swiss Army knife when it comes to linebacker. You want him to rush? Let him rush the QB. He'll get there. It showed on his last year. 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 4 interceptions. He'll get there. You want him to drop back in coverage? Well, there you go. 4 interceptions, and 2 of them he returned for touchdowns. You can't get more. You can't get more good instinct visual than that. All right,
Yeah,
and that's what the Raiders have been lacking for years. We have been missing linebacker power. I understand that Khalil Mack, we drafted him as a linebacker, but he was more of a defensive end, to me at least with the Raiders, than he was at linebacker. We take this guy, hey, now Now, when you really look at it, Corey Littleton, Nick Wasowski, Sylvain Collins, that new revamp front four, that secondary is going to be dancing at freaking draft night. They're like, oh my god, we're going to have a little bit of pressure help because
Yeah,
now with Sonic there, Max Crosby, Hurst, Jonathan Hankins, Solomon Thomas, you plug in this guy, Littleton's going to have a bounce back year. Everybody's going to have a bounce back year. And I think with that, that's going to help our young secondary because remember, they're still young. I get it. Carl Joseph, he's been in the league a while. Abram is going to be his third year, but with Mullen is going to be his third year. Remember, these guys are still kind of young. So they're still learning themselves. But if you get a great pass rusher going, especially with the names I just named, this is going to be great. This is going to be one of those things like this is going to be the pick that's going to turn this around. Now, the Tevin Jenkins pick, I like that. That's a good one. I like that. I can't either. Like, well, what do you want me to do? We need a right tackle, and here he is.
There he is. You know what I mean? Honestly, dude, I would say again, not to trash your pick or anything. Me and you were gonna go back and forth. It's like Mel Kiper and the other cat, whatever his name is,
Todd McShay.
We're gonna go back and forth as we get closer. Todd.
Todd.
Here's the deal, man. Tevin Jenkins there, dude, at 17. I don't care what linebackers out there. You're not gonna hear me say that often. Tevin Jenkins is there. You take him. There is no if, ands, or buts, dude. You take him, and then you worry about linebacker, second, third, fourth. You could take 5 linebackers after that.
You're not going to find Tevin Jenkins. As long as David Jenkins is a Raider, you do not care.
No. You need to take him at 17 if he's there, man. He brings that nasty streak. It's like, dude, okay, a lot of people were upset. With the right tackle that just left. I can't even think today, dude. What the hell is his name? Trent Brown. All right. Trent Brown. After he left, dude, I mean, come on, dude. You plug in this cat right here. Who's to say, dude? And on a rookie contract, if he really starts to ball out, you know how Carr gets too, dude. He needs time. Even with the best offensive line, he still needs time.
For me, though, it's the thing is, see, and this is the weird thing that I always tell my friends, and you've seen me with my Eagle friend that I did the video just like about a week ago, and I told him, when you're in this situation, when you're in the teens of the draft, it's hard because it's like, okay, well, you're good, but you ain't playoff good. You're respectable in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the Raiders' case, it's like, look, do they need a right tackle? Yeah. This is a deep class for offensive linemen. Now, obviously, some are going to be ranked higher than others. I get it. But everything I just mentioned, it's like, look, there's no secret what the Raiders need. It's defense. After they gave up 3 points in 19 seconds, it's got to be defense. It has to be defense.
It's going to be defense, bro. It's just the guy that you're naming is not the guy that's going to turn the franchise around with one pick. I honestly, again, not to trash your pick or anything, not saying I know more. I'm going to throw my expertise out there. I think you could really turn it around with Jenkins, dude. Tevin's really got something. It's special, dude. He's something that we've been needing on that O-line for a while, dude. And he's young, and you have another left tackle already with a new contract that's also young. And the good start building from there.
And let's play devil's advocate. Let's say the Raiders do take Tevin Jenkins. There's not going to be the pressure of like, oh, well, you're a first round, because they're going to say that, he played left tackle at Oklahoma State, which he did.
Right.
But they put him to the right. And the good thing about it is like, hey, look, man, there's no pressure of you because the left tackle is really like a franchise keystone in NFL teams. So the pressure's off there. That's the first thing. The second thing, it's like, look, dude, you're really not replacing somebody, but you kind of are. Trent Brown was good, but we can move on from that if you play really well. Because look, when Gabe went down and, Incognito went down, it's like Denzel Good is, it's kind of funny that his last name is Good. And he played really well, and it's like, oh, shit, I totally forgot that we had Richie. I totally forgot we had, Gabe, you know?
Yeah.
If this guy comes in and he plays lights out right away, then it's like, hey, Trent, who? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, Trent, yeah, who gives a shit? Like, we've got our guy at a cheaper rate than that, you know, which is fine. It's just
I know you want defense.
the
Everybody
emphasis
wants
has,
defense
and
because we have to get defense. We have to get better defensively. But at the same time,
I understand. I'm not going to say that Tevin Jenkins is going to be a bad pick. I'm not saying that. It's like, I get it. Every rookie has growing pains. He's going to go through it. Zaven Collins is going to go through it. Every
right.
rookie goes through growing pains. It's just, for me, it's like, the way I look at it is like, it's a deep class for offensive linemen. It's a deep class for it.
So you're telling me that in the second or third round, you can find somebody as talented as Tevin Jenkins?
I can name a couple, but that we have to wait.
That's for another day. That's for another day.
We have to wait for that one. We got to wait. But the thing is, there's not a lot of. I'm not going to say that there's not good linebackers because they're about to hit the NFL. You know what I mean? So they're good. It's just
it drops off from your boy though. From right there, from your boy, it drops off.
It's just like, do you want to wait again? Because we've been waiting a long time. Remember, before it was Mac, it was Seal Moore. Then it was Markel Lee. Then it's Tanner Muse. We wait on linebackers and we get nothing in return. And it's like, look, I get it. We spent money on Littleton. We spent money on Kwasowski. We brought Nicholas Morrow back. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But what happens when one of these guys gets hurt? Because you didn't bring in another linebacker in free agency. You didn't do that.
Right.
Like, and again, I go back to it. You can't buy a defense. Maybe you can get one superstar, but the rest you have to draft on your own and build on your own. That's how the NFL kind of works. Like look at last year's champion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's all by drafting, really. Yeah, there was a couple guys they signed, like Sue. They signed him. They traded for another guy, but really, that's about it. Everybody else was either drafted, and that was it.
Yeah.
So you gotta build. You gotta draft defense. You can't just buy it. And for me, it's like, look, I get it. Is Zaven Collins the best linebacker?
No.
In the draft class? No.
No.
But is he the worst linebacker in the draft class?
No.
No. So
okay, I got a good one for you. Let's put a little wager. I think your boy's gonna drop to the second round. Do you see him? If he doesn't get picked at 17, do you think he makes it to the second round, or you see him going in the first?
If I'll put it to you like this. If he does not get picked, like let's just say, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say, Micah Parsons gone and all the good of best available defensive players are gone at that point. And let's say he's there. Let's say both of our guys are there at 17. Let's say they choose your guy, right? Which again, I wouldn't be mad at it at all because it's like, dude, the guy's a fucking stud.
Of course.
Stud.
But the question here is, does your boy drop to the second round?
If he falls to the second, I would be shocked because I know there's other teams that have just as bad. And now I get it. The linebacking core is really not it's like, the running back, a dying breed, you don't take a running back in the first round anymore.
Yeah.
Which is all, to me, it's all stupid. Like, why would you not, if you need a running back, go get a running back.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure. Yeah.
Like, so to me, it's all stupid. Now, I'm going to say if we do not take him at 17 and we go somewhere else, whether it's Jenkins or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I see other teams that need a linebacker that are probably snatch him up. I say he goes in the first, but maybe at that point now, mid-20s to the 30s at that point.
Okay. Because I'm gonna go with him in maybe the first 3 picks of the second round. So I think later on, me and you we'll put a little bet together, all right? And we'll post it on the podcast. What do you say?
Tevin Jenkins, he's going first round.
Tevin Jenkins for sure. He's not going past 20.
Yeah,
he's not going past 20.
It would shock me if he, like I said, if he falls out of the second because it's such a deep draft class, then it's like, damn, that sucks because that dude. when you look at Tevin Jenkins, it's like, all right, what does he got? Height, check. Weight, check. Arm length, check. Agility, check. Nastiness, check. What's the problem? He played in the Big
Exactly.
12. What's the problem? He played in the Big 12. Boo hoo! Give me a
Yeah.
fucking break. Give me a
Yeah.
fucking
No.
break. You know, like,
He's not going past 20, dude. Your boy, I see going somewhere like around 30, 30 to 35 somewhere. So he might still be in the first round, but I think later on, me and you off air, we got to put a little wager on that one.
oh, that's
Over
fine.
under
Yeah,
first
that's
round.
totally that's fine. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. But no, it's just, I just, again,
I like him too. But I like them in the second round.
now if we could get him in the second round, if we can both get our guys first and second, hey, great. Hey,
There it is.
there it is. We got this. We're doing fine. Good job, Mayock.
All right,
But
man. Well,
it's weird. It's going to be weird only due to the fact, again, the Raiders are in a weird predicament. They're 17th. Do they have holes offensively? Yeah, but their defense just needs a little bit more work than the offense right now. But like you said, is right tackle a need right now? Yeah, it's sort of a need.
it's a big need,
Yeah,
because you want to make sure that offense that you have doesn't,
it's a
miss a
beat.
step and still be, top 10 next year. And then you have a lot of you still have a lot of draft to go, man, to focus on that defense. So, and you got Mayock that, comes from that background where all he knows is how to scout kids. So let's put it to the test, man. Let's really see what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I mean, the draft is what, a couple weeks away? Yeah, about a couple weeks away. Yeah.
April 29th, man. I'll be at your house in Las Vegas, Nevada, brother. I will be there.
Oh, well, we actually got to do a message about that. So you heard my brother right. So just to give a little backstory of how this all started, when me and my brother started doing this whole scouting thing, we started in dusty old ass garage, cold ass garage in Chino, California.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
it was cold. It was cold as a motherfucker in there. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was rough. And then we moved it to an apartment, to houses, and now the unfortunate thing is every draft year we have it with our family, and we want to invite our family and everything. It's just now with these circumstances that have changed, way beyond COVID, we both made the decision, me and my brother, we have both made the decision that to move to Nevada. And the reason he's saying it's my house this year is because for years it's always been at his house. It's always been at my brother's house. So if you ever seen the Facebook Live videos, it's always been his house. But this year, for the circumstances being, it's going to be, I'm going to host it this year. So, for everybody out there, for all the family that's watching, I'm going to make you guys proud. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. I know my brother we had a lot of great years in that house. I mean, that's a lot of draft parties. But now it's just time for a new chapter. I'm going to do you guys proud. I'll take care of this year, and don't worry about it. Everything's going to be just fine.
Awesome. I will see you there April 29th, my man.
Thursday. You're going to come in Thursday morning, right?
I am flying in Thursday morning. I got a couple things set up for the morning because you will be working, and I know hopefully you'll be off pretty soon, so we can get.
Yeah, I'll be off early. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
we
get started with that, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually gonna try to get a couple people to get in on the draft prospects because for people that don't know, obviously we just completed our 10th year of scouting, and not to say like, oh, we're the best or anything. We just like to have fun with it, and we the way that we do it, we just pick our team. We go with the Raider picks. Obviously, Junior, you do it a little bit different. You like to do the whole 32 teams in the first round. I've never done it that way, just because I like to just focus on my team. Nothing against anybody else, but it's pretty cool. And anybody that's watching or anybody want to know a little bit more details, maybe me and JR can make a video on it one day on just how we actually play the game.
Yeah, we'll make a video. Like I said, we can come back here. We'll show these guys the video. I know we made a video last year and everything, and we'll do it again this year. And it's same rules apply, same everything good. And then, like I said, we usually reveal our draft boards the night prior to the first round, so it's going to be that.
It's got to be in. What is it? What is 24 hours? 24
Yeah, so
hours
it's gotta be that Wednesday.
before the draft.
Yeah, it's got to be
The
that
night
Wednesday.
before. Night before is fine.
Yeah, so like I said, we have fun with it. We've been doing this for a lot of years now, a lot of freaking years now. And this year we have the unfortunate to actually split the food in half this year, thanks to Amik Robinson, your God-saving grace over there.
Right, and it's funny because we've done it 10 years and we never had a tie,
We've
and we
never
actually
had
tied
one.
this year.
We've never had one. This was our first time. We're like, well, what do we do? Like, we kind of looked at each other after the draft was over. It's like, well, we tied. What do we do? 50-50? Yeah, all
Split the
right.
food. There you
Like,
go.
all right, I guess that's cool.
You bring the food, I'll bring the booze.
That's fine, I guess. I mean, it's gonna cost the same anyway. So I mean, it's
Exactly,
just, yeah,
man.
we never had a tie, so that one was kind of like, this is kind of fucking strange.
I'll be ready, man. April 29th, I'll be there as soon as I get off the plane. Gonna give the fist in the air, and we're ready to rock and roll,
Now,
man.
is it like the fist in the air, like the Breakfast Club, or like the Step Brothers one, the one where he steps out of the Costco and he's like, yeah.
I'm gonna do more like the Ultimate Warrior, the double fist, man.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That'll get you stopped by security at the airport. That's for
There
sure.
you go, man. There you go. You just be ready for me on the 29th, buddy. All right. Get your
All
board
right,
together and get better picks because that linebacker, you get him in the second round, man. Don't worry about that.
Oh man, we need defense. I'm telling you, we need defense. I need I need the Raiders to start focusing on defense. Enough of that shit.
You know what? I'll throw you one pick. You know what? We probably have viewers out there. You know what, bro? If you really want a defense, how about Trayvon Morig? Safety TSU or TCU. I mean, that guy could offer more, especially without even having a real true free safety. You know what I mean? But linebacker, that cat, I mean, he's good. Again, not to trash your pick, but maybe second round he could still be there.
The problem is, I know safety is a need, but I like Trayvon, not at 17 though.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute.
There's some issues.
I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, I get it. You were the best safety in the nation. But this is the NFL. It's all these safeties are the best in the nation. It's like
maybe we could do a little wager on that one too, man. We are going to be in Vegas,
Oh shit! What's the odds to Trayvon getting selected in the first? The odds are 30-1. Who's got it? Who's got it? I know it's weird. It's weird, but no, I just like I said, I think watching Gus Bradley, and again going back to Gus Bradley, watching his interviews. The emphasis was there. He said it multiple times. So it was really implanted in my brain what he said was, look, I get it. You can have all the talent in the world as a secondary. You can have all the talent in the world at linebacker. You can have all the talent there. But if you're not pressuring the quarterback, especially in today's NFL, you're not going to win a lot of games. So for me, it's kind of like, okay, I think he said it enough times to where it's like, all right, John Gruden brought him in, and I think he brought him in for a purpose. And I just hope he listens to him, and hopefully he gets to build it his way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Either way, whether it's Taven Jenkins, whether it's Avon Collins, look, we can't go wrong with those two. No way. No freaking way. There's no way.
Hey, brother, I got to let you go, though. I got people knocking at the door already, man. It has been an amazing 1 hour draft special. And like I said, brother, April 29th, just be ready for me. I'm ready to go, man. Cool?
I will pick you up at the airport. Don't worry. We'll get you.
You said it, man. Take care, all right? You guys have a good night. And like always, man, go Raiders.
Go Raiders, my man. Take care.
Later.
All right. So that was my brother, everybody. Look, great picks. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I know it was a long hour, but that's okay. We like to have fun with this. And really what it is now is just we wait. We wait. So you guys let me know in the comments, who do you think had the better pick, me or my brother? And you just let me know in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody that did comment. Couldn't get to all of them today, but I loved them all. I loved it. Everybody that watched on, whether it was Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live. It was all fun and games today. So today was the Raiders. We'll start go back to normal tomorrow. So until then, see you guys tomorrow. Have fun. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy it with your family. And it is Monday again, folks. Let's go make that bread. Take care, everybody.